Hello and welcome back. We are once again back at our glacial deconstruction area because we need more packed ice. We're not out of packed ice, but I know we're going to be before long, so I figured I'd just cut out the middleman and start this episode with a little bit of deconstruction. So, cue the montage. All right, we are back and we have a little bit of packed ice. All these shulkers are mostly full and or full with packed ice, and then these are full or mostly full with blue ice. So yeah, we are pretty set for a while on our little project here, our little ice citadel project. I don't particularly feel like working on it at the moment. What I think I'm going to do instead is I'm gonna go through and get quite a bit of quartz so I can help with Vex Industries builds because I haven't done any building for them yet, and I should do that. But I have everything set up to actually get this place a little more situated. All right, so I'm inside my most recently built tower, and oh my god, there's a hole in the ceiling. Why is there a hole in the ceiling? Why did I look up? I could have just not known about that and it would have been great. Okay. So I'm in my most recently built tower, and this ship gave me an idea. Basically what I want to do is I want to build a ghost ship where this is, except the back of it should be outside and the front of it should be like smashing through this wall, and there's going to be a hole in the wall and it's going to look great. I mean, maybe. We'll see. I don't really know how to build a ship per se. I have looked at a couple of reference builds and stuff, so I'm gonna kind of draw off of those and see where this goes. But the first step is the easiest because the first step is just getting rid of all of this. So yeah, that should be fun. Okay, so we managed to get rid of the ship, which I didn't think that was going to be a challenge, but it was fun to do. It's always kind of nice destroying stuff, you know? Anyways, so I'm planning to put the ghost ship right through this wall with the front sort of smashed through the wall. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want this wall over here to sort of jut out. So if I smashed it through this way, I feel like the ship would just kind of blend in with the wall. Whereas if I do it from the outside, it's sort of its own standalone feature that kind of makes stuff look neat. So I am going to start working on a frame. Ever since I did the outline with the ice citadel right here, frames have been my new favorite thing ever. They are the biggest time saver ever. And that is, hey, I'm talking here. Thank you. Some people are so rude. Yeah. So I will be back once I have a nice frame going and I have some semblance of an idea of what the heck I'm doing here. Okay, it is now several hours later and I have something that's vaguely ovalish shaped, and I got two somethings that are vaguely ovalish shaped. A small ovalish shape and a big ovalish shape. So yeah, I'm thinking this will be like the widest part of the ship up here. And this will be the bottom, the narrowest part right here. And I'll just kind of, you know, balloon it out from here to up there. And it should end up looking kind of shippy. So that was a colossal pain in the butt. And I don't know, I probably should have montaged it, but I didn't, just because counting is frustrating enough as is. But I think it's a pretty decent start, and I think I'm going to need a lot more warped wood, because as you can see, I ran out of warped wood and started using spruce. But I'm probably going to actually use like stained glass or something up here. Something to give it a little more of a translucent, transparent kind of feel. But yeah, that's going to be a lot of thought in the future, and that is not a right now me problem. But right now, I have a big outline of where a ship is going to go. And I call that a great start. I think by the time I'm done, the ship is actually going to end up taking like a huge chunk of this tower. Like, I think this tower is going to be kind of unusable for anything else, which I still don't know what's going to go inside the tower, so that doesn't really matter. I think that is enough working on the base for now. I've accomplished basically nothing today, but you know what? I'm cool with that. Sometimes it's nice to just get some of the mundane counting and fundamentals and stuff out of the way. I did say I was going to work on Vex Industries. I should actually do that. Alright, so we're back at Vex Industries, and we have this little sign here for secret meeting room. And right now, the secret meeting room is you just walk through the armor stand, and there's a staircase straight into our secret meeting room, which is more of a hole in the ground. But that's not what we're worrying about today. What we're worrying about today is making the secret meeting room a little more secret. So what I'm going to do is try and build a key system. I know the basic concept of how a key system works. I've never built one before, so this will be a learning experience. So without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, so I've been messing with it a little bit, and I finally got it working. And it doesn't work like a normal locking system in that, ooh, I think I might got trapped there a little bit. In that the hopper only locks with 18 items instead of the normal 41. And that is because I have a second repeater in here set to 0 ticks. And then I also have this one set to 0 ticks, which could cause some issues later on, but whatever. But I need a second repeater in here, which causes all sorts of weird stuff to happen because I have this weird shape going on instead of the standard circuit. And that's just because of the weird area I have to work with right now, because if all these blocks right here go straight to the outside of the building, so if I break any of those, it messes up the look of the build. So yeah, you gotta kind of work with what you got, but it does work. So if I plop a spruce log in here, it goes down, down, and then it joins the other. I already had some in there, but yeah, it consistently works. And if I throw something else in there, gold ingots, iron ingots, whatever. So yeah, I have a properly working key system. Now I just need to set up some pistons to create a little pathway into the secret meeting room. I'm not sure how to make it go both ways or to how to make it close up yet. That's something I'm going to have to figure out, because, well, I guess what would be easiest is, oh no, I was thinking just like making two doors open up with sticky pistons. And that's not a super happening thing, just because I would need room for a water elevator, and I wouldn't have room for a water elevator if I had a piston going back and forth. I'll put some thought into it. I'm not totally sure what I'm gonna do yet. Okay, I think I'm getting closer to a solution. However, I did forget that when pistons push, they push an entire structure, which is like everything connected to the blocks it's trying to push. So it won't push these iron blocks because it's trying to push everything above it too. Yeah, this all sounds like a tomorrow me problem. I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna do about it, but I'll figure it out. I think I have everything else working though. It's just a matter of figuring out where to apply the piston pressure. I have the whatchamacallit? The thing that looks inside, comparator, that's the word. Comparator going into a line of redstone dust, and it just goes into a couple repeaters, and it goes into an inverter, and that makes everything do magic stuff. So yeah, I think that is a very swell start, and tomorrow when I am less sleepy, I will get this sorted. Okay, it is the next day, and it's not the prettiest thing in the world. I'm sure it's like very basic, but it works. It functions. It functions exactly as intended. I got the output chest here, which we saw yesterday that the key system worked. So now I just have to build a little area for them to drop into, and they're like, oh, I can grab my key back, and then I can step right into a drop off for falling into the meeting room, or I can come back up through the left side. Well, I just realized I have to figure out a way for people to get out. Okay, so this works at this works as an entrance. It doesn't really work as an exit, does it? I feel like I'm just gonna be lazy, and I'm gonna make this an entrance only, and then I'm going to make an exit like just over here, and it will be just like a water elevator up. I think that might be the way I'm gonna go. Yeah. And then I can have the water elevator go like straight up the middle. But that is future me's problem. For now, thank you all for joining me. My name's Jeff. Deuces.